This morning, Chuck's Big Adventure is taking us on a delicious journey across western Kentucky.
This is what I've been waiting for all week. This barbecue, and Chuck, this is something that is easily accessible to us here in central Indiana.
I would thought of you, Jalea, when we were on this trip. I know how much you love barbecue. You know, no Chuck's Big Adventure would be complete without the food. And all of these spots are a day trip distance from Indianapolis. So, of course, we had to check out the West Kentucky Barbecue Belt. And I enjoyed every bite.
We're back in the pits.
I like to call it a redneck crab cake.
It is our bourbon barbecue mac and cheese.
It's a journey sure to satisfy any palate.
Taste the smoke.
Brisket and burgu,
It's the burgu in western Kentucky, 100%.
beans and slaw, they have it all.
Their beans are the best beans in the country, in my opinion.
40-plus restaurants in 18 cities make up the West Kentucky Barbecue Belt. We visited 3 different and delicious options.
Or heavy dry rub, no sauce, multitude of sauces on the table.
I'm Kevin Gibson. I own Thomason's Barbecue here in Henderson, Kentucky. We typically have a thinner vinegar-based sauce we call a dip or a mop. So it's much thinner, and so when you get folks come from the north, they can't pick up their sandwich. You gotta eat it with a knife and fork, and so they get confused.
The secret is cooking. It's taking your time to season things. You can't just open a can and heat it up. That's not the secret to good food.
Moonlight is one of America's best-known barbecue restaurants. It's got the buffet.
And it's special because you made it the way you wanted it and has all your favorites on it. Mutton, beef, lots, should be thick. The funny thing on burgu is that all the different cooks have different recipes of what they put in it.
The burgu and a lot of history. Presidents, athletes, and the average Joe have made this place a barbecue lover's bucket list stop.
You could be next to the governor, you could be sitting next to a congressman, you could be sitting next to a millionaire doing $1 million business deal, and then there could be a table of a couple farmers and a couple teenagers on the next table.
I always tell people I used to skip school just to come and get some barbecue.
What I've recognized coming home is the diversity of our customers and how this food, this West Kentucky barbecue, brings people together.
5 pounds of beans.
Thomason's Barbecue in Henderson is a no-frills generational family joint.
So we have our pork, which we sell most of. We have our mutton, which you can only get here in Western Kentucky. Then we have my favorite, which is chip, where we take the bark of the pork and mutton, we chop it up really fine, mix it together, and then soak it in our barbecue dip. We also have our barbecue baked beans, which we sell about 37,000 pounds a year of.
We call it cowboy caviar. We're just a little funky, maybe a little weird.
That is awesome. If you're in the mood for a more Tex-Mex flavor, head to Homer's.
So Homer Ward was my great-grandfather. He had a barbecue place in western Kentucky, the late 60s, early 70s. It's probably a little bit different than what he used to do, but I think he'd be pretty proud of it.
Casey Todd's place is half hip, half traditional, all good.
We call these the pork cakes. And everybody's like, what in the world is a pork cake?
It's like a crab cake, sort of.
I like to call it a redneck crab cake. It's exactly what it is. We're in Kentucky, you know, we are who we are. It is what it is.
So when you visit Kentucky, don't miss the barbecue belt. The food is great, but it's the tradition, the community, and the memories you'll always cherish.
Casey, cheers.
To the funky wings. That's right.
Oh my gosh. So we did hear it obviously in that, but what exactly is burgu?
Yeah, well, it's a great question because it's unique to Western Kentucky, and it's a meat stew or soup that is kind of open to interpretation, but the way most describe it and the way I describe it is, it's whatever meat you have left over from a meal, you clean out the deep freeze, whatever it may be, add a few veggies, and you've got burgu. Now, some are more of a soup, others a thicker stew, but every one we tried was delicious. And by the way, the Roman Catholic Church in Kentucky has a big tradition. If you go across the river at Evansville, they have fish fries. If you go across the river to Henderson and Owensboro, Mexico, Catholic churches there have burgu feeds. And
Okay.
so burgu is a real big deal, and it's delicious as
I was
well.
telling Julia that I pulled it up on Google in the piece because I was like, is that something I should know?
Yeah.
Should I know what burgu is? But I had not heard of it. It reminds me of like I guess like how gumbo is central
There you go.
to some cultures.
Right.
And like burgu. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to have to practice weight control from our trip down there. Well, you can read more about each place in my blog at WTHR.com/Chuck's Big Adventure.